That's Kyle, and that gentleman on the end is Lyrical Dota, and we are here to bring you game number 2 of Secret versus LGD. Game number 1, all LGD all day.
Yep.
Playing immaculate, just knowing exactly what they had to do with their lineup, giving all that space and wonderful time to PL to be able to get the job done, and he did it. So now, what the hell are Secret going to do for game number 2?
Well, they have first pick, so it's a bit easier. I think number 1 is you either pick or deny the Death Prophet from PSG LGD because they haven't lost a game with it in my memory.
For sure.
Other than that, I thought that they didn't even necessarily play bad. It's one of those games where you're just kind of being slowly choked out, you know. And you ever read the book White Fang?
No, I don't read. So tell me about White Fang.
Oh, it's a great book. Okay, one of my favorites. Highly recommend it. Along with Call of the Wild, excellent author Jack London. But there's this scene where White Fang's owner's kind of a jerk and has him fighting other dogs, and he beats everybody. And he matches up against this bulldog that gets like a grip on him, right?
Okay, yeah.
And just refuses to let go, and slowly, essentially shifts the grip towards the jugular, right?
Oh.
Over a large period of time.
Okay.
And that was, unfortunately, Team Secret in that game.
Okay,
It was White Fang, the hero that
That's awful.
gets...
Spoiling the book?
I mean,
White Fang died?
No, White Fang does not die, of course.
You spoiled it.
It's not over. Secret's still here. That
That's
could
true.
break the grip.
That sounds like an awful book. What the hell, man?
It's a great book.
I'm
like-
not a big fan
It's
of
a
dogfighting.
the redemption story. No one's a fan of dogfighting.
That's why it feels that much
He
better
gets
when it works out.
rescued by the guys we read the book, okay? Just read the book. I'm not
Don't
gonna
pick.
spoil
We're Team
it.
Of
Secret.
Mice and Men with I like that dog book better. But
Mice and Men wasn't a dog. That
there was a dog
depressing.
in the book, and it was a very depressing.
How do you
agree.
talk to?
I was really happy. I didn't read the last chapter. Was it?
That's good.
Okay.
We'll just leave it like
Silent
that.
Book. East of Eden, man.
I really liked Lenny.
I read the Bible. Anyways, we have the Wisp making it in this time.
And Gyro's through
Last
it.
time
And
was not
Doom.
touched.
What do you know? Doom Wisp.
I didn't get to see either, so I'll take it. I would take it over a Death Prophet again. So, so it's a worthy trade in my book. In the hands of LGD side.
10 seconds.
Intriguing enough.
It's a hero we've been seeing throughout this entire event. Just when Doom's available, it seems to be scooped up almost immediately, and Wisp just deals with Doom in some certain ways because you can reload, always counter the Doom, and you can sustain through it. And since that's how you want to beat Doom in the first place, just somebody has to be able to fight through the Doom. The Wisp really helps you do that, especially if you just have some standard right-clicker LGD favors, Vipers,
There it
Gyros.
is.
It's like peanut butter and jelly, Gyrocopter and Io coming back together yet
All right.
again. So this is already feeling quite scary that LGD somehow managed to cobble these together for themselves.
I don't know how I feel about Secret's Kunkka obsession, though, because they don't seem to utilize it as well as really just LGD, who I think are the only team that I like picking it this early.
I liked seeing it in the laning stage with the Puck. I thought that was cool because it allowed Puck to go for like a more aggressive build, could go for just a lot of stats. It didn't end up working out that
They
time.
lost the lane.
It did lose the lane, but like against a PL, and who else was in that lane with them?
Shadow Demon?
Yeah, but it's...
And Kunkka was roaming around other places making stuff
But
happen.
he lost the lane. What?
I don't know.
So what was he making happen?
Like he got a veil early. I think that like the movement and the way that LGD responded was really good, but that individual mechanic of helping out a person in a lane is good. It's a good thing to have. Can you at least dig me a little?
Sure,
Picking up what I'm putting down.
Yeah, I think that having a 4 hero, of which there are many, in the lane to help
Damn it,
is
Kyle.
probably helpful.
Who would that be in White Fang, more importantly?
Exactly. That's really what I want to know.
Anyways.
Kyle's giving me nothing here. Unbelievable.
Why is the...
What did he do?
He
What did
X'd
he
him one
do?
time. Remember that? It was great.
Yeah.
So what... Okay, let's say they don't do
He
Kunkka.
baited him into not buying any regen. That's what he did.
What would you do instead of the Kunkka? Because I'm thinking like, maybe Clockwork, which is typically good against Gyrocopter, could have been, fitting over for position.
No one
and then I
picks
was just
AA.
going to say AA, and I knew you would have had my back on that. Be like, why is this no one even going for it?
I
Especially when
don't
Wisp
know.
is so prominent now.
It's such a 1-to-1 counter pick. Like, you talk about top of the stack, right? Hey, I'm Wisp. Hey, I'm AA. Everything you want to do is no longer valid. And obviously, you have weaknesses. You're slower. LGD can still play with pace around the map, but at least you have an answer, even through BKB. Like, let me see some AA Void against this IO Gyro. Just anything, really. I hate to see single target slayers such as Kunga Doom when you're going to inevitably have a gyrocopter tethered by a Wisp, which gives him a free Aghanims. He's just going to walk in and hit everyone on your team.
Alright, to play devil's advocate here for a second. Now, if Secret did not know that Gyro and IO was going to be picked, they would be very dumb. Secret is not very dumb. They know what they've played some Dota 2 before in their day, you know what I'm saying? I have a feeling that if they have given this to LGD, it's a draft that they've worked on, and maybe they have some more stuff coming out that is going to surprise us and will illuminate why they decided to take it this early. Can you pick it up? Are you good with that?
Sure, they pick Skunk all the time, though.
Alright, that sounds good.
I think they lose with it quite often as well. Let me see here.
They do love it, but they don't always do it support like we did the last time. Right? They have MidOne play it just as often, right?
Yes, but they've switched to making Yap play it a bunch. Like, they've opened with it. This is the third time they opened with it in this tournament so far. I liked it a lot more when it was picked with Lycan. That was like the Kunkka Lycan I like, because you make up for the catch problems of a Lycan with a Kunkka. It gives you the team fight, but not a big fan of Kunkka Doom. Just feels too much single target.
10 seconds remaining.
All right, interested to see what LGD looked to stack already on top of their repairing here.
What's wrong with the Fury and support, man? The hero is still so good.
I'd be down for that.
Like, just you can go like no boots, medallion, spirit vessel, right? And you'll have like 4K net worth, but you can just take over a game. Your ultimate, guys, it's Zeus ult but better, that kills creeps on a 60-second cooldown to go with your global teleportation. That hero is not. It's bonkers right now.
And I think the other thing that's just so good is it allows you to pressure a lane like for a tower after you get that kill that you wouldn't normally be able to.
Not only that, when I watch VGJ, people don't abuse as much, I don't think, or as much as they should rather. Ps are an 80-second cooldown.
Yeah.
Furion can use his own deaths to set up to push towers, because you can dive, say, bottom lane with your safe laner, force a support to TP mid, and other. It doesn't matter if you die. In 15 seconds, you respawn, teleport to the other side lane, and spawn trees. Like, it's easy. And you can do that. You're super strong at controlling these bounty runes that are spawning every 5 minutes. I think it's super underutilized as a hero concept, because people just don't play it the way it should be, which is, hey, you can be around the map faster than any other hero in Dota right now, and TPs are so bad at the moment.
But he's just good against Gyro. It's nice to have the trees against his rocket barrage and stuff in the lane. Here's Warlock, though. We don't get to see him very often. I like it. It's a fun ult that you can just scream out if it's a decent one at least. But
well, the Fatal Bonds are the thing that are most exciting to me about this pick, and I kind of am liking more and more the idea of them not putting this Kunk on YapzOr, putting it on MidOne, going back to what worked previously. And as much as I was playing devil's advocate, I do believe that, yeah, this is a lot of single target, and you need this AoE with Warlock. They still have a lot of picks to address their problems. I think that this could end up working out for them. Beginning.
Yeah, it could work. Could not work. Personally, I think it'll be one or the other.
That's some riveting analysis.
Trying to keep it,
Keep it Kyle?
oh, you. Fourth pick to come here for LGD's side, having already their support team likely locked in. Expect the Chalice clockwork to come their way. Not too much, because you don't want to be too cooldown dependent here if you're on the secret side. Doom and Warlock.
A lot of Chalice heroes are banned at the moment. I think they might just end up with an Abaddon. It's just really difficult against a Doom. But some sort of cleanse would be nice. They might end up with an LC, actually. I wouldn't mind that either. They could core the clock and just take a support, but I think you want some method of cleanse whenever you're playing Warlock. They could even brew damage, but once again, that's where the Doom comes in, right? Where all these strength heroes with huge ultimates sound great on paper, then they get fatal bonded, they take max HP damage, and they're doomed forever. And they're gonna kill the clock. I like that because you all those heroes I just mentioned just sound bad when they get doomed.
I was thinking Underlord too, but then I was like, Inferno Blade also just wrecks him.
Clock is just more of a offensive-minded support, or core rather, and you can buy a blade mail, so you don't really care as much about these other heroes. You also hunt Warlock very well, but obviously PSG LGD's their damage output's now quite low. So this maybe hero last pick is going to have to do a ton of work in. Right now I can see them going for a Storm.
I was just gonna say that, yeah.
It's one of my favorite hero player combos.
Outside of that,
LGD's turn to battle.
I say OD, but I don't know, that's someone else who would like to be on the bad end of Doom.
This is an interesting answer to the Gyrocopter too. I mean, we've seen it sort of play out a couple of times, and I feel like more often than not, it's still Gyrocopter winning over the Morphling, but they at least make a good show of it. And usually it's tended to be that the Morphling is like fallen behind.
10 seconds
I don't know if Secret can come out of the laning stage winning. Warlock is definitely a very strong hero for that. Kunkka's a strong laner if they core him.
They don't have a lot of lockdown or ways to stop the Morphling. You don't want to just rely on
It's a free morph game at the moment.
Yeah.
And you're super high synergy with the Warlock because you're low HP because of your attribute shift, but super high damage. So you just get spam healed and you end up just outlaning whoever you're against. Clockwork is never ever a threat against you, and it's one of those really dangerous hero player combos where if you get to a point where you're like a level or two above the offlane or you got an Aquila up, all of a sudden you can just be left alone and you're going to dominate that lane by yourself. And it's always the scariest thing to see when you're in this match where eyes are so powerful. If you can just leave a safe laner at 3-4 minutes and he's going to dominate by himself, you're winning the game as long as you're not chain feeding on the other ends of the map. They banned Storm, which is your go-to morph counter as well.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the Storm looks still very appealing, but now you don't have that. So who else do you get that can help boost the team? You know, not just leave this on the Gyrocopter, and then also brings some sort of utility to actually stop this Morphling or have a way to deal with the Morphling. Like, Queen of Pain is not like really late game enough, and no one even plays. There's just too many heroes, it feels like, that just don't want to be around to do.
Yeah, I think I kind of would have liked the Quap too if there wasn't also the Kunkka. Like if there's two different ways to really lock her down, that could be rough. And Sand King? Ooh.
Like at YapzOr Sand King, they core the Kunkka. That's what I think you want to do with it. I think just Secret plays much better with MidOne on it than YapzOr. They don't have that LGD where you have FY and maybe who seem to just be masters of it. Not even to say that YapzOr is not good at Kunkka, but they just don't play around it as well as other teams.
10 seconds
and I love the Kunkka Sand combo. It's a guaranteed kill on Gyrocopter for near the entire early mid-game phase. And you're limited in what you can pick here for LGD.
Choose your
They will do the OD.
The hero doesn't like getting doomed.
I know, I was like, that was so hesitant to call him out because he just feels like he looks like, hey, bring me the Doom, just give it to me.
It just gives them an answer to the Morphling. It's like OD, Invoker, Storm are your big morph counters, and maybe it's just one of the, when you think OD, like you think China, SCCC, Barazzi, maybe, they all love the hero.
RTZ Speed Gaming.
I think Iceberg.
But you make a great point. They played so well. I mean,
it forces Ace to buy a BKB, which he really doesn't want to, but you kind of have to when you're playing against OD. But at the same time, the wave clear from LGD is like non-existent. So I would say that Secret's draft should take this game if they don't get IO gyroed.
Yeah.
Which can always happen. But if you get to a point where I've seen this IO gyro combo get level 15 Wisp by like 20 minutes, and then all of a sudden the gyro's just everywhere. He's 30k net worth when second place is 18.
Yep.
So if that doesn't happen, I like Secret's draft. But if they ever get gyro like 5k plus net worth ahead of the game, then I think LGD snowballs it.
So here's a question for you, Kyle. I don't know if you would know the answer to this, but does Fatal Bond stack?
Yes, it does.
So if Ace wanted to do like morph targets allies, they could hypothetically get double Fatal Bonds down.
Yes.
Put an epicenter on top of that. Ooh.
Yeah, the thing is, I think you almost always take over the gyro.
Right.
Yeah. It's just too valuable of a target to not overtake. It's because the move speed, the flak. Like, I mean, I watched Game 3, Liquid LGD Epicenter Finals, was single-handedly won by Ame because he took flak cannon, waveformed in, and got a squad kill.
Was that the top? Was that the top lane action? Yeah, that was so crazy.
I cannot believe they didn't give him MVP. I was like, all right, he wins just for that play alone. It's a bit of a misstep from Liquid, sure, but at the same time, you know, you're not really expecting that play. Every one of his teammates was dead at the time.
See if he's hoisted by his own petard here. Got it against him, man.
And we'll see. The thing is, he has a Wisp. Wisp is the great equalizer in all carry counter matchups.
I certainly agree that Secret's lineup just seems a lot nicer for this game. But, you know, LGD have been playing damn good Dota. I don't know, but he's also not the kind of team that would just suddenly have a 5k net worth, you know, 10 minutes into the game having like a mind-blowing gyro early game. So they're that team that's like, they seem like they're losing and then they suddenly just play such good Dota they pull back. So this is could be a very close game.
This top lane's going to be a lot of action, I feel like. You got xNova, the Witch Doctor, and the Gyro against the Warlock in the Morph lane. I feel like this should be better for LGD, right?
Okay, so yeah, because the Wisp is always able to TP towards the top lane. Doom Sanking doesn't really pressure clock too much. And, yeah, we'll see how the game goes. It really can go either way. I favor Secret's draft is like it's easier to make moves, but I feel like LGD's is superior if they have a higher degree of execution required to win the game. But I think you're fine with that if you're LGD.
Mid lane matchup is the Puppey Kunkka, no surprises there. Both pretty neck and neck in the CS game for the time being, but they'll continue to exchange blows from each side and chew through their needed tangos.
The who can deny each other more battle with Tidebringer and Imprisonment. It's going to be kind of interesting to watch. Punk already got the range creep tonight, so we'll see if he can keep it up.
Not sure how much of support movement we'll see to the mid lane for either team right now. Just kind of content with their 2-1-2 for the time being. Chalice is going to get a couple extra shots here onto FATA a bit, but like LG content with the way things are going in the bottom lane for now. Clockwork's finding some CS and some good denies too on top of it. Extra bumps.
They also blocked the hard kick there, so Chalice, or rather FATA, is not going to be able to get a creep that easily. They do have a Wild Wing up there on their own camp, but not the best creep, not the worst either.
I like when teams, it's so important. You never want to give Doom a free walk over to get a creep. Make him go all the way back to his own hard cap, and that ward pays for itself because of the 3 to 4 creeps you're going to get for free, plus the denies.
Yeah. Well, he's still not even going to make that long walk to go for the creep for the time being right now. LGD also really working in the top lane too. Gyro up there with the OG as far as CS goes. Morphling still able to kind of find his CS for the time being, but you know, everyone's just kind of keeping each other in check.
This is Dota nowadays. Just feels like most laning phases, you just end up, it's just trade spells and harass.
Yeah, waiting for someone to just kind of get a little too reckless and capitalize.
Yeah, it's just trading.
Use your mana. You have it for a reason.
Yeah. 2 salves on Chalice. I like that too. You can always salve the Wisp. Yep. Salve himself here because the Wisp is no damage taken. You have a bobble as well. And this is kind of the Dream Wisp game where you're winning the lane, you're in bottom, and you can always just port top if necessary in the event Sand King tries to rotate, and you'll just counter his rotation immediately.
Yeah.
And Ace is really doing a good job of juggling his HP there also with the regen coming in, and bottom lane, FATA in some troubles.
Trying to ban up on it. Oh, does manage to sidestep here with the assist from YapzOr. Oh, they turn back. FY though, pops all the heal he can, but eventually will get popped. FATA does pick up the first blood. It's knocked down into the water and back once again. YapzOr keeps digging the right clicks, has another burrow strike, the Infernal Blade, but Chalice is pretty damn tanky here. That Stout Shield putting in the work, and look who's come back. It's going to be FY, and they're looking to turn it back again. They do! Walking in with the spirits, the cogs. Burrow's going to narrowly allow YapzOr away, but whew. Heavy trades here on the bottom lane. Makes it 1-1.
I really like the warding from LGD. You can see FY consider going bot rune, but there's a ward they placed middle, so they see top rune, they know it's not there. And then the other one, of course, blocking the camp in their own wood. So I really like their work. It gives them rune control in this camp, and that's all they need for this laning phase.
Just barely not there for Ahmed, getting the better end of Ace. The lane.
Doing very well up top.
Yeah, they're
Surprising. I would not have expected them to win this lane this hard, especially considering this easy camp has been open the entire time. So they could have always been pulling on Secret to guarantee their success. Deny wave, let Morphling farm under tower with his massive base damage.
Getting a good thing going for the Gyro Cup to the top lane. Now the red winner in his department.
Look at LGD's camping on the battery runes. They know what's up.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna get all
5
four.
minutes.
This is so much gold.
There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and here comes 4. Well, that's happening. OD does go down in the mid lane.
All right, well that's kind of worth it. I still think that all those bounty runes, like you look at it, and now it's shooting towards its 2,000 net worth lead.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
Almost.
1K free team net worth of the lead right there.
It's 275 gold for the team per rune. And that kill on OD was worth 299 gold for the team of Secret. So just to really put in perspective how important these bounty runes are, they need to be treated as an objective.
And now a hard move onto Ame. Secret look to tag on another kill here. This one at the top. Fatal Bonds is also still triggered. So even if they can't get him there, it's going to be so close. But FY steps in and says, hold on, my friend. I got you.
And he also saves the bottle charge, like so disciplined because they have a shrine, right? So he doesn't want to waste extra bottle when there's not going to be a rune spawning for quite some time. They just make sure he
it just got a stack too. Just it all works out.
Planned.
That is some ballet Dota right there. Smooth.
Man, MidOne, I mean, he's winning this lane, but not that hard. And honestly, he could get wrapped around on here with the Witch Doctor coming in as well. They're going to be able to find the cat, the Maledict as well. Boats coming in, the buff might be there a bit too late. They dodge away from it as well, and MidOne goes down, and he could maybe even take on YapzOr as well. Oh my god!
Throws a hammer right at him. But
this is really a dream OD game in truth. If he doesn't get doomed, he just... There's nothing Secret can itemize for other than BKBs to deal with him, and you don't really want to buy them too early on any of their cores, right? Kunkka, Doom, Morph, like... They want to get BKB to like finish games, not forced into buying its second or third item. Maybe it's up to a great start. Not to mention you actually match up quite well against Kunkka SK as well. If anyone ever gets initiated on, you can always save them with your Astral. Kunkka is one of those heroes that requires like a wind-up of sorts to actually execute its combo. If you just Astral in the middle of it, you can break the entire initiation chain.
Well, is that just more pressure on FATA and his Doom to be a factor in this game to maybe isolate someone like the OD so he can't even do anything?
Yes, but that's just much easier said than done, especially considering that there's a Wisp in the game.
Yep.
So I think one of the big problems also is that LGD are going to be able to do so much more with their 6s online on 2 of their cores. The Gyro and the Clockwork to me feel like they are going to get so much done around the map. Whereas you look at like Morphling, it doesn't really give you all that much team fight wise. So I mean, of course LGD need to be able to capitalize on it and make moves around the map, but they have a window to do it, and it's going to be a big window.
I'm concerned, like they've actually lost all their lanes, and specifically top went far worse than I expected it to. I really thought the Ace Puppey lane would do better against Gyro, but they've been forced to buy a lot of regen as well, so they're losing the lane even more than the net worth would demonstrate.
Maybe the best thing going for him was the Fata lane bottom, but the Clockwork is still chugging away on great farm, more than CS total, so he's gonna have that hook shot online already.
Oh, lane
going right for the pipe.
I think this might be a dead MidOne.
Yep, Maledict over there ready for him to cast. Boat will just be coming to his tombstone, unfortunately, but here's Fata with his debut Doom of the game. Walks in, sidestep to avoid the hook shot. But there's FY, just the paramedic, trying his damnedest to heal up Somnus here. YapzOr hides within the sandstorm a bit.
Yep. Then you have the power of Witch Doctor with that 1 point voodoo.
Yeah.
Plus the Wisp, and right there, like, yeah, the Doom comes out, but as long as the supports are behind him, Like, Doom has a stagnant amount of damage output. If you don't die to Doom and a couple Inferno Blades, like, you're not going to die.
Well, it's 32 HP regen when you're tethered with the Wisp there as well. Come in with just that 1 point. And now we're going to take out the stack as well. LGD looking very good. Fatal Bombs as well. Maybe a chance to turn this, or Puppey is just going to die.
Yeah, just runs him down. Didn't even use the call down. Uses it now. It's off the mark as Ace is on the other side, and it just morph right through and into the strength to avoid further trouble. But the support staff is still here. They're going to need more. It's going to be YapzOr swinging on him. MidOne just below. They really want to get something for it. Look for the setup on the FY. Only stun him briefly. They call him back. Try to tether with the timing, but not right there. As he gets sucked back in, it's going to be maybe walking into action. He eats quite a bit of damage here. Sandstorm hides him to the high ground. Fatal Bonds connected. They'll pop the ball. Now Softness tries to walk on out.
Yeah, if they had the gyro ulti still, they'd be fine, but he actually whiffed completely.
They're trying to bait here. Chalice is coming in.
In from FATA, Infernal Blade. Jumping now from Chalice. Says, let's keep going. Swings right onto FATA. Now the swing in face. Coming right back into battle. Omne wants to go forward with him. Give her the full rocket barrage. As he helps secure the finish on YapzOr. It's going to be LGD continuing to truck on forward. They spotted up Puppey on the side. Fire him down just a bit, hit him with the urn. They need a bit more right click if they want to go for the finish. A commanding move in from LGD. And now look at Chalice eating a blunt of damage, but it's FY continuing to give him the help. Now they're just
Ame is called out.
horribly out of position. They're going to step all the way back. And like you said, Ame has the call down once again. That's how long this has gone on for. Turns around, drop it. YapzOr moves right in for FY, goes to the Sandstorm, and they'll just right click him down. And Ame, can he find a spot to TV away? Does he want to go for it?
He's gonna die.
Just flat out juke? No, he finally gets spotted. He's accepted his fate. We'll try to rocket barrage. Can he get forgiving RNG? Trying to get for MidOne? They shove him forward. It's finally gonna get finished.
What the hell was that?
Triple kill at the end of it for YapzOr. That was the most long-winded fight ever.
No comment.
Yeah. At the end of the day, LGD still coming out on top, but I think that they probably didn't need to go in like that. There were a couple of moments where it was like a bit too far, and losing the gyro at the end, and like Chalice wasn't at the fight at the very beginning, right? So he was right over here on this side of the map. TP's in, his Doom
they're
comes
back
out.
at top.
Never stop.
And they're gone. Forgiving at the last moment.
What in the hell?
He missed that stun? I swore he stunned the Wisp. Shouldn't that interrupt the relocate? I swore he just got Centaur stopped by Doom. Maybe I'm crazy. Oh wait, sorry, I'm just dumb. That was the relocate back. Duh. Never mind, guys.
The return countdown.
The return.
Thing is, like, the Secret's been playing as 5 in this top lane now for what feels like forever. They get a bunch of kills, but at the same time, look at LGD. They're just continuing to farm out 2 different lanes.
Where it all started is this ridiculous fat stack. Now moving in, Ame wants a piece of the pie, moves in, and now here comes the first chaotic offering shot with Fatal Bonds with the boat. Ult's flying on him. They're going to get the finish on the Chalice. The sweep through as Ame's also going to go crashing down. This one's
I
all
don't think that
secret.
stack is worth it.
No, it's not. It's what is it?
Let it go.
It's a 3.5 stack in the jungle. Like, guys, relax. Calm down.
It's pride at this point. You don't understand. Have you not read White Fang? Ace is just getting blown up from the spirit balls here. It has to quickly shift into the straight.
I'm just, man. I mean, we're playing with the benefit of no fog.
Of course.
Maybe they just don't expect Secret to still be there. But it helps them a lot. I mean, a bunch of kills. They even up the game a bit. Thing is, it's this maybe OD that I'm still scared for. If I'm Secret, he's also looks like he's rushing an Orchid. Very interesting choice, but I don't mind it when you consider just again how difficult it is for Secret to itemize for these early BKBs. This guarantees that whatever target he goes on, all of whom have like certain escape mechanisms, notably like Sand King, Morph, Doom, they just die.
Yeah.
And Orchid, like by far the best defense item for an OD.
Snowbally.
Oh yeah.
Just I want to be an ass eater in this game because he knows if he does so and the Morph is just crushed.
Yeah.
Almost like the Loon in the last game, that this won't really have to candle the whole.
Really scary though.
I don't think he's gonna get it. I don't think he's gonna actually buy it, but it is like an incredible item for D. You get attack speed, damage, and intelligence, which is like the 3 things you need.
Like I don't know. I'm with you. Like I don't think that he's gonna buy it.
You got game 1 in the bag, guys. Come on. You got a game to give.
He's getting stunned. Chalice got him. They missed the hook shot, but they still find the initiation, and with the whip shot gold, he's just gone.
They'll take it. Delays the blink dagger.
I like the Witch Doctor build this game, 2-1-2-1. I think it's the right choice. That extra potent cask is super value because it doubles the number of bounces.
He's building it. He got the Oblivion staff.
Really? All right, well,
Let's do it, baby.
what a surprise.
He's got the haste, runs on back and away. X not going to happen with the assistance coming in from the Astral, but as he does pop back out, FATA's there. Him and MidOne will assist in the finish of FY. And maybe he's like, sorry man, I'm really going right for this Orchid.
Yeah, but this is what I like to see from LGD. Like, plant the OD mid, he's going to rotate top, gyro bottom. Like, top, don't ever 5-man top lane. When you're a Wisp draft, just keep finding pickoffs. Avoid the big team fights because Secret have max Fatal Bonds Warlock. You can't contest that. 3-man Fatal is equivalent to near double damage on those 2 heroes. And there's nothing you can do, especially when you consider how much AoE is present on the draft of Secret as well. And here comes a smoke, they've got Golem as well.
Another 3 bounty runs coming in for LGD as well during that one. So even before this fight, they've just won an objective.
Yep.
Dire's structures are
Really good point. I don't think any teams truly value them as they should be at the moment. When you just look at the gold numbers, it's pretty ridiculous. They sniffed the smoke out though, feels like.
And there was pressure to the tier 1 we saw, but is not right in the air, and LGD do disperse. The 1 man left behind though is FY.
Hide. Oh no, he knows.
Oh, hello there. Little fall.
Doom on the Chalice.
Doom on the Chalice, who is hanging out nearby trying to bail out the Wisp with the tether, and he'll only hand over his own life. Infernal Blade. Full death sentence is there. Secret will take quickly out Sue. While that's happening, maybe pressuring that mid lane, but quickly sees all the TPs and looks to turn and run, trying to avoid getting next. Brought back.
I feel like I've seen this story before though, where you've got both cores on LGD, Ame and Maybe, once again on top of the net worth charts.
It's
Yeah.
good for Maelstrom, it looks like, on the gyro.
Yeah, I like it because you don't want to, you need to play around the Doom. So it's better to go a build that will 1, help you accelerate, and 2, synergize with the Wisp timing as well.
Okay.
Level 15, you get the Ags, so you can be proccing that Maelstrom even when Doom. So you're essentially just an auto attack. And as long as you get flak off before the Doom, you don't even care about it anymore as long as you're tethered. So it's arguably like the best scaling item in Dota at the moment. Just super value on any ranged hero. Proc Stone Miss is nice too.
So Orchid is up. Secret should know about this, and they still don't have a good answer for it. Morphling trying to get towards his Lincoln Sphere, but it does feel like you might run into some trouble for maybe getting in on top of him, but maybe just with the hook shot,
They're
there's a
going
way
to
that they can
debut
happen.
the Orchid on top lane Morph right now. Nice.
They just walked up to him and...
I have an Orchid.
Yeah. Okay.
And just like that, the Orchid pays for itself. Not to mention, like, first off, you get the key kill on the core, right? So let's say maybe dies later because he doesn't have a Force Staff. It doesn't matter. He's already done what he had to do with it. And as you said, like, that's the best item for OD to buy. 30 attack speed, 30 damage, 25 in. Like, that's everything the hero wants to increase damage output.
Feels very like pub stompy kind of a build up if you're just doing so very well, but they are doing that well.
And he's gonna get a blink, right? And then
Yep.
all of a sudden, Secret can't split push on the map anymore.
No.
And it also is just super sick when you're ahead like this to have an early blink because Astral into blink away is uncounterable by Secret in this game. As long as you're spamming that quick cast. I'm sure maybe
one
will.
might be dead.
Looks like a hard commitment here for the little Wisp. They'll get him down. Chalice turns the corner, but they'll accept the fate of that one.
It's just every time you look at the 3 brawlers from LGD, the 2 supports and Chalice, and then you look, so one of them dies, you're like, oh, well, where are the cores? Oh, they're both farming on the side.
Yeah.
As always.
When he gets that blink and he has that blink Orchid, he'll probably go on a bit of a tirade, and that will just leave more space for Ame to do his own thing. Now, Ame is getting approached right now from MidOne. He turns around to get the full combo. The rocket will connect.
He's in trouble as well. Ooh, he almost ran up the hill to the waiting arms of Maybe, but wisely chooses to run down the lane and then go opposite woods.
Will be saved on this day. Fate.
That's so scary as Morphling right now.
Sure is. He's got to go right for that Lincoln's. fast as possible if he wants any sort of defensive say in the matter.
Or just picked up his Blink Dagger, so it feels like this would be a good timing for Secret to try and go for a smoke a couple minutes before the bounty runes spawn again. Also, you like find a pickoff, secure those, maybe get a tower if you can.
Can you 5-man just come together into a lane if you're Secret? I mean, you got Rock, and like you mentioned, the Blink Sand King, good to go. Maybe you'll catch man at timing when he's not quite ready, though. I do see him with that Maelstrom already complete.
You gotta just worry about the Wisp. You've gotta protect your Warlock, because Secret's team fight is still superior, I feel, but the Wisp is the equalizer, and if they're forced into a long engagement, they're gonna be in trouble.
They try to go in for Nova, but the rest of the team shows up. A hard jump in from Chalice. There will be the turnaround Rock. The Sanity going to be committed as well. Will certainly help the committed finish onto FATA. Their turn now of Somnus as he looks to swing things out. They'll quickly finish off the Golem. A buyback from FATA now. Secret are thinking about pursuing, but no. Their team's totally split out.
That was so weird. Like they were all around here, and then like two sort of ran towards mid. The other two went down bottom, and then it felt like, all right, well now we're all going to run down there afterwards. It was like they're together, and then they split up, but two of them decided to initiate when the rest of the team wasn't there. It was very strange.
I love Chalice. Chalice TP's top to ensure his team gets the bounty runes. They're worth 100 gold for the team each, or sorry, 100 each
for the play
per teammate. So he just gains 1,000 gold. Like that's about a tier 1 tower for that teleport top, and it's 20 minutes into the game. Pick up your bounty runes, boys.
GG just ahead of the meta right now. Intuitive, quick to pick up on those patches.
Like there's something 6,000 gold ahead. Like how is this? It's like how is this even possible? It doesn't feel like they're winning the game, but the way that they move around the map and like essentially just guaranteeing they're always playing 3 lanes. The right players die, and right there was a perfect example of just an excellent team fight where they not only get that opening kill, but it's on the key hero, and yeah.
I just see these, okay, Dosai do, but it doesn't matter. But I'm not seeing Secret even able to kind of come together with their timing to be able to move forward. They haven't even taken a tier 1 tower yet, or had that opportunity.
Secret needs to win a fight quickly in the duration of a big Doom, Sand King stun in, nice like X combo on top of it, something like that, like boom bam, and then they can chase. But LGD has so many methods of stalling the fight. Casks, the goes out, the sustain. You saw an X boat combo onto the OD. What did he do? Astral himself. And all of a sudden, Kunkka's entire kit is used, and now Secret no longer has that stronger team fight because their big boat is missed.
The other thing that's tough is that LGD are just inherently going to have the vision advantage because of clockwork. Like that, they need like Secret need to be the one to get the jump, but they don't really have any of those heroes that are going to be able to scout it out for them first. And it's just fight around their vision, but their vision has been taken away. It's a really hard place right now for Secret to be in.
There's no opportunities to make approaches onto cores farming in the lanes, either farming away in jungles that are safely, scouted out with the assisted vision, or it's just maybe a support he'll get caught out with a core nearby to bail him out. There you go. Secret are going to give it another swing. They got to get something going. They have cooldowns to spend. This is their time. This is their team fight. It's their window. Can they go? It's just a little Nova, but there you go. One save, it's over. There goes your boat. There goes your cute little combo. They may still end up getting the grab, but look how much effort for just Secret to finally get Nova, who was just sacrificed from LGD.
In the meantime, Ami's just like, all right, thanks team. I'll push out mid, and if he's there, maybe they turn that around. But I think it's your LGD. You just don't want to take huge team fights like that. But you can already. There is no answer to this Astral save, and it's going to be functioning all game. You need to take out this OD, but he's so far ahead, and he's going to go Lincoln's next. Like, he is going full, I'm ahead, crushing the game. Like, I'm going to just stomp. And I like that the Gyro is buying one as well. These are really cool builds, and whenever you're playing against Doom Morph, these double Lincolns are real nice.
This could work here, maybe. There's only... Well, they don't have the Witch Doctor, but I'm not sure if Secret actually want to go. I think they can take this fight. Possibly.
Yeah, they were definitely posturing up like they wanted to move forward in this bottom lane, but there were just too many TPs from LGD, and suddenly Secret are not feeling so good about it.
You need to see like some of those X, and then you fake the torrent, you know what I'm talking about right there? Bait out the Astral first.
I like this play from LGD though. This is super fast. They TP Ame to top. He's going to show Farm Woods, look to hit that tower, and they immediately smoke behind him as well after pushing up the bottom lane. So they're going to be getting this. They're on this tier 2 before Secret's on their tier 1, and they're in position potentially take a good fight.
They do have some of their own offensive vision, but Secret has defensive vision too, so they will see Somnus hanging out in the jungle nearby. Secret are just gonna have to settle for the simple tier 1 takedown, but like you said, it's, you know, LGD getting more on the map at this point in time.
Down here in 40 seconds, perhaps we'll see a little bit of an engagement around them. Ace with the Lincolns picked up, but it's not the kind of morphling game you like. You want to see him at the top of the charts. When you're 3k behind both of your opposing cores, this is the sort of game LGD was looking for from jump, and I like this double Lincolns once again. I think it's one of the old school counters to Doom, and it's very important that both of your cores pick up a Lincolns. And in this game, when they already have so much sustain and damage output,
It's great.
if you can just avoid, you can combo break Secret somehow. Avoid the Doom, don't get X back, don't get Sand King stunned, turn it around. Like, that's how you're gonna win fights and win the
I
game.
mean, even if they are hit with all that, you just look and, you know, you see the pipe done on the clock. The Wisp has his mechanism now. There's just so much sustain in there to pick up. Like, oh, you're doomed. Don't worry, dude. Just step over here for 5 seconds. We gotcha.
Ace has
Get back
his
in there.
Lincolns also, which is going to allow him to split push a little bit better. But even so, it's still not like it's going to be super easy.
Oof.
Like, they can still go for like an Astral and then Orchid him afterwards. And if you just, you know, hit him a couple times with Arcane Orb, it's going to be a problem.
That ward on the shrine just saved OD. Might have been a bit of Spidey senses too, but he did see the Kunkka as he came over, and there's another ward in the mid lane, and xNova's just been on point with his vision pretty much every game in this series.
I said it earlier, as soon as he joined that team, they like completely turned around the way that they're playing. I really feel like he's been, him taking this sacrificial role and then allowing FY to just play a more greedy 4. It's been the perfect answer for them.
Yep. Some would say he's their X factor.
Hey! Moving in. Heidi-hee, heidi-ho. A nice hard commitment will get maybe down. It will be a 4 kill streak, too.
That's huge. It's great.
Secret finally gets something going for him. It's just one little bit. Meanwhile, mid lane, possible follow-up from Secret. LGD are already here, potentially. They're gonna let the tower go. Fortification. Chalice hiding within the trees. Blind Torrent. Spots out Ame. Div is going to be popping the Lincolns. You take mine, I'll take yours. There goes the rocket. Ace wants the tower. He goes right in for it. Cute little FY play there.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God, the turnaround.
Get that man. I am salty. They pull him back, the Torrent, he tries to sidestep it, they get hit with a coconut, the turnaround, there goes the Valdic, they hide in the high ground, and Ame wants to swing. You want to go for my Wisp? Brings him down, MidOne gonna get dropped, in potential trouble under that Valdic. Continues to eat the damage, the rocket chases, and he's also gone. They can't wait for Ace. Ace, after the Astral, quickly tries to wait for him out, but look who's waiting for him, it's gonna be Chalice with the battery assault to lock him in his spot. Nova pops his Lincolns. That means the rocket can connect and then can finish him off. They send him to the Shadow Realm.
I'll live through that. Okay, no, it doesn't. Really well played by Maybe. Identifying, morphling the key target. Orchids to cancel the Lincolns, then Astrals to cancel the TP. Secures that. You saw Chalice. Great initiation. Forces the Golem on himself, and you notice that he was like full health. That's because he's running around with the pipe. And even though there's a Warlock and Morph hitting him, they realize we actually don't touch this hero, and that's going to set them up for Roche. And look at Ame's net worth advantage over the rest of Secret's lineup. And this is what you're afraid of if you're playing against Swiss Gyro.
The other thing too about this is he's going to be going back for the Crimson Guard, so even that, like, you know, Morph take over the Gyrocopter and then like send a ton of flak shots, it's not going to work because you're going to have the Crimson Guard there that's taking up a ton of that damage anyways. And on the side of Secret, they don't really have that hero right now. They need to go for BBs.
Chalice just wants to make him the target. As many more spells you use on him, the better. Clockwork's job, a good clock should die in a few team fights. Otherwise, there was damage left on the field you could have absorbed.
Yep. Well, LGD kind of feeling very good now. Works to a 7,500 gold advantage, the biggest one of the game so far. They already have the 1-game win, one more, and they'll be facing Newbie in the next round. Secret holding on to their tournament life here. Still have yet to see them really unload everything their team potential has to offer, but LGD's not giving those opportunities.
I do have to wonder how much of this is like, you know, Secret not being fully prepped with the bounty run changes, because like talk about that pipe that's up there on Chalice. Like, him having that item in those fights as Doom down bottom looks like he is just going to pop to this probably. One more hit. Like if they don't get all of those bounty runes, also of course the laning chips and how that works out, suddenly he might not have that, and that fight could look different. I don't know if you feel that that's sort of the case at all, or if there's other problems as well.
I mean, I think the bounty runes are a symptom, not necessarily the cause of Secret issue in this game, where they just don't have map control. They lost all of their lanes, and LGD has been playing better Dota in that their cores are almost always staying on map, and whatever kills Secret finds on these supports or the offlaner, like it just doesn't matter. It doesn't affect the equilibrium of the game, and inevitably OD gyro until Secret Stars come up with BKBs. Like, you can't really deal with them. Especially now that they're both going to have a Lincolns.
Oh, quick blink out
Lincolns.
just in time. YapzOr trying to avoid potential trouble. Rocket will spot him, but they're not going to pursue.
Doom and Sand King.
Во всех. По є.
Ангелы из Overwatch надо
Да,
было.
да. Я не знаю, играл.
Да.
Я вижу.
Existing in it.
That's like 6-7K of worth that Secret had to invest just for him alone.
Yep. You don't want to do that on Doom either. Like, that could be just, you know, he's now going for BKB, but imagine if he says a blink and a BKB. Makes this game a lot easier to play. But, you know, 9K down now. Every minute that goes by, LGD gets further and further ahead, and that's just due to the whole, you have a gyro and a wisp and an OD. Like, they're just so fast right now. BKB gyros, if he gets that off, he doesn't even care about getting doomed anymore.
Talk about the axe. It's there for FY, and ready to make it happen with increasing Ame's farm. Also, I think he saw it on the clockwork earlier, so if they want to, then start off a hook shot with an Ags hook shot for Chalice. Also, Witch Doctor, another nifty one, but it's odd. They probably wouldn't be using it that often on him.
I'd like to see them fountain dive with it.
Okay.
I'd like to see them die with it, yes. Throw everything away. Better BM mode. Moving from MidOne, trying to use the bungee factor of his X, narrowly avoids the hook shot. Chalice will safely scoot themselves out, just trying to inch the pressure forward every bit they can. See Secret fall back into a position where they're hoping for big monster shot from Riptides of Kunkka. How's way looking here? Picking up that Lincoln, he's trying to move forward for the Manta.
Is YapzOr dead?
Yes, he is.
Okay. That was an odd one.
Put themselves out there to kind of keep those side lanes pushed forward, I suppose. Don't want to be overly crammed into just a tight space of farm. Their team has to share it. Kyle was saying, happy to just play with the clock.
It's a rough game for Secret. Like I said, it's all BKBs. If you don't have them, I'm not quite sure how you take a fight unless LGD give you like that 3-4 man Fatal Bonds rock combo. You hit a bunch of stuns in unison. Get a Doom out on the OD through his Lincolns, his Aegis.
Look at that. Oh man, this guy's got greeds already. He just got himself Urn. 17, he's going to start punching people as well. He took 60 damage talent, and he's going to get towards that attack tethered allies target.
He's just giving his teammates extra lives with the support potential here. Alright, commitment in from Secret. Looking to do something right now. Try to set them on the Chalice. Here's going to be the commitment in from the rock drop. Very minimal damage on that point with the Astral being committed. Fatal Bonds right into the mix, but there goes those Greaves. They're trying to put the hard focus onto FY. They won't be able to bring them down, but look at Puppey just unloading and damage. That together with the xNova ulti, Secret are going to take some hard losses there.
That's the BKB timing from Kunkka. Decent initiation as well, but you can see the targeting Chalice.
Yeah.
He's got Pipe Crimson. He does not care.
Like,
And
that is my job, please
Yeah.
hit me.
great Astral on the OD as well himself from the boat and just immediately hits the Doom initiation, and that's what one thing FATA missed. You know, KB catches an market. All of a sudden, he's such a juicy target. There's nothing you can buy to save yourself from an OD. You need this initiation item just to make sure you can get on top of him. But even if you were to have a Crimson Gun and a Pipe, do anything at the pure damage auto attacks.
Smoke down. YapzOr gonna dodge it from xNova so he doesn't break it. They want to try and take it down maybe if they can, and still have that Lincoln's. Looks like with FATA there, even they're not gonna be able to get in range quick enough.
Just more like how they use the smoke boost to get to the bomb like that. Which yet again, don't want to be already just kind of in that choke mode.
That's to win. So we need to keep Gyro less than 5k ahead of the map. He's currently 7, which is that level that makes him even scarier now. And it just feels like, once again, they're in the clutches of an strangle the life from Secret, control the map, probably wait for the next stage, get level 20 on Wisp. You can have a Scotty on Gyro pretty soon. He's just going to have so much max HP.
There's one thing to be said for Secret's lineup is they can hold high ground for a very long time, I feel like. Like, Kunkka is one of those heroes that's incredibly annoying to push against. And LGD, their power hitter right now is Gyro, and with the Wisp behind him, it's going to be really hard for them to initiate onto him, but getting quick waves at the very least there is going to take some time.
Secret do have wall combo factor, especially when it's in a choke point like a punch to the background. So I don't know if LGD are just going to play this game long enough that they're just so super jacked that they can just shrug off wombo combo. I mean, they already do have the durability on Corp and such. They may be able to shrug off part of it, but yeah, Secret can definitely do a bit of work if they want to just commit everything they got into a hyper defense. Looks like they're about to commit everything they got into a mid lane hustle as they need to get the grab on that Y, but a very pissed off Ame, doomed up, shrugged on forward with a huge flat cannon, nearly finishes off FATA. As he ducks inside the pit of the rocket, the rest of the team is forced to turn and run, but that was just one Ame turning around the blasting part. Vengeance for FY. Chalice not able to get the kill. Oh, man, you hate to see it happen. That is
that wasn't terrible. He ended up being the buyback there, about 1,300 gold swing.
No Doom, though, is the problem.
Yeah.
We're on a lot of trouble now. Holy crap.
Going in real hard. They're just rushing on in, sweeping over Secret. Now the back temple. Wait for the sustain here. Everyone getting a piece of the heal here from xNova. Now hard moving in. Here comes the Epi. Here comes the chaotic offering. Is this going to be enough from Secret? This should be their best moment. Though. Dishes out the call down. FY still there, giving all the juice. And look at that. Whoa. Hard crit. Hard shot from MidOne. Still not enough to go for the finish. Something just to bail him out with the Astral. Even when he's X'd up, they all still managed to live.
Oh, yeah, that hurt. That one hurt.
The voodoo heal. F1 job. It's just too much.
That Lincoln's had just come off cooldown, I think, on Somnus as well. He went for the burst strike.
That's gotta be game. Secret gave him everything they had. They gave him everything.
And it's so insane. Secret runs out of damage as long as the fight's extended at a certain point. What do you do now if you're Secret? No P, there's no Doom.
Nope.
Both just came back up and
So Gyro, go in there and do something with it.
This is a little bit scary. Maybe Kunkka can get there, but he can't. So they just back out.
And once again, they targeted Chalice. Now look at this HP pull. He hasn't even been tethered. Woo!
Yeah, the healing was just too much.
It's just you're so cooldown dependent on Secret that the moment you blow a couple of them, you suddenly have no ability to take fights. And the Lincolns from LGD not only give them a ton of sustain, but they're up. It's 17-second cooldown, so you're just staying in the fight. Sorry, yeah, 13 seconds. Wow, Blaze is good.
Yeah,
no,
it's really good.
Why did I think it was 17? Jeez, they changed the site since the last time. I mean, I personally never buy Lincolns, but I might have to start reconsidering.
Now a Roche to just add a cherry on top to the situation here for LGD. Posting themselves towards what is potentially looking like a 2-0 here. Secret, if they have any say in the matter, are not going to allow this to happen. We have already seen their high ground potential fully tested. LGD going to come even more jacked than they were in the previous push. Just have to see what Secret can do about it. They're just splitting the lanes as best they can. Ace hoping to have a BKB maybe for the next swing.
So I think that's part of it too. Like, you talk about those Lincolns. The other thing that they do is in these long extended team fights, you know you're going to get with IO, the enemy team anticipates something's going to happen, as it looks like Puppey is going to get written down here and most likely die. But you anticipate that you're going to be able to find a kill, and with follow-up there from YapzOr or something, they have 4 staffs to brick them, and then afterwards, it gets them out of position. And that ends up leading to like that one misplay that you need, and then suddenly that hero's dead.
It's because it's a second consecutive game. It's gonna be like a little over 40 minutes, it feels. LGD close it out, but once again, just super methodical, right? Like they get that second Roche after they take a Rex. They kind of just not sit on their heels, but just continue to press their advantage. Take 78% of the
Chalice. Let's see how much you can take up this top. How much are they gonna have to dish out? Look who suddenly shows up with the Greens company. Oh my goodness, the full paramedic team shows up and bail him out, and Secret just dropped.
FY had just got level 20 when that came in, so he got his whip of damage talent. He just blew them all up so quickly.
Oh my, that's game. That's got to be it for Secret. Here LGD just confident as ever, moving right on past any towers. Immediate astral setup for MidOne here. He's going to be forced to KD as he steps on out. Can they do anything about it? Maybe moving right on in, begins to swing things out onto FATA. Can't quite finish him. He'll be able to force himself back inside that fountain. They do get the pullback here for Chalice. Chalice, again for the torrent. Oh, pulls back again. Can't quite hook shut out. Can they finally bring the clockwork down? Yes. But it's going to cost him quite a bit, because here comes the rest of LGD and the full club. Just sweep through, and that does it. Secret's tournament life now over as they get knocked out from that lower bracket round 3 by LGD. This faction, I gotta say too, they look so damn sharp.
FY, what a guy. And all of them, honestly. Chalice, an incredible game. LGD, you know, they found their form again. People were saying that they're a little bit sick during the group stages, and maybe they're now getting over that as well, being back in their homeland. I don't know. I think this is, again, one of those teams that we talked about, probably the one with the best chance to come out as best of ones and make a run at this tournament. And the crowd love it.
Yeah, LGD seem like they're going to be very hard to ban against, too. I mean, you know, first game, I thought we're never going to see LGD a Death Prophet again. There's just simply too much.